Hi, everybody. My name is Megan Blickman, and I'm the Senior Training Director with the Back2Blue campaign here in Pennsylvania. Today, I'm going to talk to you about how to use paper packets. First of all, we'll talk about what's a packet. How do you use it for canvassing and lit dropping? We'll talk about reading and marking it, and then I've got a couple of reminders and key takeaways. Packets. First, your packet is going to be alphabetical by street. So, Apple Street is going to go before Davis Street, and so on. Your packet will have a map at the top, and there's also a separate page for odd and even addresses. So for example, page 1 will have Apple Street's odd numbered addresses, and then page 2 will have Apple Street's even numbered addresses. Here's how you'll read and mark your packet. First, like I said, every packet has a map, and the red dots show where the homes are. You could feel free to write on the map and plan out your route. And then you can put the pages in that order. The time that you invest, 5 minutes or so, will be worth it when you get out into the field. It'll make you more efficient. Here's what your walk list is going to look like. So you see at the top, Flatbrook Way is the street, and then it says odd. That means that this page is the odd numbered addresses, and the next page will have the even numbered addresses for that same street. If you see a dotted line, it means that there's multiple voters that we want to talk to living in the same home. So for example, you can see here that Teresa and Dominic live in the same house, and you want to talk to both of them. You'll also see separate columns for pass 1 data and pass 2 data. That's because we want to make probably two passes of this list. So make sure to talk to the staging location director about which pass you're doing. If pass 1 is already filled out, you'll probably be doing pass 2. If there's nothing here, you can figure that you're doing pass 1. And again, pro tip, do all the odd addresses, then cross the street and do the even addresses. When you're marking the walk list, this is what the abbreviations mean. So first of all, someone could be not home. They could be REF, which is refused. They don't want to speak with you. INAC stands for inaccessible. When you do have a conversation with someone, first you'll talk to them about their support. 1 is strong Dem, 3 undecided, 5 they're the GOP, and you would politely end the conversation. Then you'll go on to making a plan with the voter, and you'll ask them what time the voter is voting. You should check off if they're voting morning, afternoon, evening, or already voted. And then when are they planning, or how are they planning to arrive to wherever they are voting? Are they driving, taking public transit, or walking? And a pro tip is if you are doing a second pass, you should try to fill it out in a different colored pen than the first pass. It just makes it easier to see. All right, here's a couple reminders and key takeaways. First, plan your route and put the pages in that order. Second, I cannot urge you and emphasize you enough that you must return with your walk packet when you finish so that we can see all of the amazing conversations that you've had with voters. And when you get back, put the packet back in page order. Also, don't forget to count your total attempts as well as your conversations. These are voters that you are helping to cast their votes and raise their voices in 2020, and nothing could be more important than that. And I'll remind you one more time, you've got to come back to the staging location once you've finished your packet. A couple of materials to help you out. First, you'll have a written volunteer guide for how to use paper packets, and then you'll have this training to help you out. You've got this. Thank you so much for being here and taking Pennsylvania over the finish line.